financial plan, it might be difficult to reach your goals, and a major concern for all income levels is healthcare costs while in retirement. Senior Vice President and Wealth Consultant David Nastri from Webster Investments is here to help us plan properly. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right, so retirement is a little bit down the road, but someone is starting to think about it. What is the first step?
The first step they have to think about is getting ready, what they expect their retirement life to be like, and saving accordingly.
Probably someone in their 20s should be thinking about this, though, right?
Theoretically, yes. In real life, it usually doesn't happen until the kids are out of college.
All right, so what's the biggest worry people have when it comes to the money and their assets?
It's really not so much growing their assets, it's having them at the end.
Like having enough, right?
Having enough, no, not even that. You know, once you get to a point where you're about to retire, you've saved what you've saved, and you've done a good job, hopefully. But what's going to be there if something bad happens? So someone gets sick, there's a health care need, something like that. All of your saving effort and planning will go by the wayside.
So how do you protect that or avoid that?
Well, the important part is to have a plan going forward of how you're going to save, and then have a plan to protect those assets. My background as a financial advisor was supplemented with a law degree, so I've studied some of the issues that come in with elderly people, and planning for that part of their lives is really, really important.
So a law degree and also a veteran, correct?
Yes, yes.
That's interesting. Yep. How did you end up with in financial planning?
I was in financial planning, and then after 9/11, I enlisted in the Army National Guard and deployed with the Guard in, oh yeah.
We have a picture of you. Look at you.
That's in Afghanistan in 2010.
Wow.
So then I just returned to my career when the deployment was over and went to law school on a VA program.
Wow, but it provides just a wealth of information, really.
It does, it does.
Walks of life.
It gives me more a sense of what the threats are that people face going forward, and as you saw from that picture, I wore all kinds of body armor then, and I kind of plan people's retirement in the same way to protect against the threat.
Sure. So if you could sum things up, one bit of advice you would give to maybe an adult child planning for their parents' retirement, what should they know? What do they need to know? They
need to know how their parents are situated as far as what their plan is so far. Do they have all their documents set, their will, power of attorney, health care? Have they done any kind of planning? And who are their advisors? Who are their counselors when it comes to this? And they need to talk to people who are trained and experienced in this particular field, not your cousin Phil, the guy who did your closing on your house. That's not who you talk to about asset protection.
Sure.
So you need a real elder law attorney for that.
So it's probably good to have that conversation sooner than later, because you want to be prepared.
Absolutely, and parents tend not to tell their kids a lot because they're trying to protect them. It doesn't protect them.
All right, so be prepared, start early, another good bit of advice. And where can we find some more information, Dave?
You could go to our website, Webster Investment Services, on the Webster Bank website, and certainly, you know, any of us are available to help out and just
get you started, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Well, thank you for your service and
pleasure.
for being here.
My honor. Thank you.